Hello and welcome to my channel. I had to record this video again because the previous two videos had a lot of quality issues with the audio. So I will start here by loading just this to create a package with a CPP11 code, right? That's a C++ standard 2011, right? So I load just this, and now I will create a package right away. So I need to define the name of this package, so it's going to be CPP11 example September 26. And now I define yes, because I want to create this inside my data science Bacha project. Okay, so now this opens a new project. Still using RStudio. You can use Positron, Visual Studio Code, any editor you like, or even the console, like Shell, Bash, anything. Okay, so here in this new project I will use this again, and I will type use CPP11. So let me show you here. I have the description, and I type yes to add the package level documentation. So now this created a simple R code and a simple C++ code, and now it's linking to CPP11. So the CPP11 R package that provides the headers that are included here that allow for bi-directional communication between R and C++. So now for the license, I am going to use the Apache license because it's a permissive open source license. That's why. Okay, so now I'm going to clear the console and type document and load all. So this is going to register the functions and create the package documentation. Right, so now I have this simple function here, fun, on C++ side, that I can call from the R console, and that's an empty function. Okay, so that's working. So now I will copy and paste this CPP11 register and create a function that returns an integer unidimensional value. So I'm going to call this sum int and pass two integer values a and b, and here I'm just going to return a plus b, right? So now I'm going to, with the up and down arrows, I can navigate in the console, repeat the previous step, document and load. Right, it's compiling. Good. So now I type sum int and I will sum 1 and 2, and that's going to give me an error. Oh no error. Okay, so this was able to internally from our side convert the numeric values. So if I type class 1, that's a numeric, and class of 1 uppercase L, that's an integer. It's indeed an integer, so that works, right? If I sum 1L and 2L, that also works. Okay, so now if I do something a bit more general, if I put some integers and I take as input a vector of integers, that's a data type provided by the CPP11 R package headers. Don't confuse that with the C++11 standard. So now I type here integers b. Now I cannot sum this directly, so I'm going to trim this and create an integer x. That's going to be, sorry, it's going to be the first element of A. Why 0? Because this is 0 indexed. On R side, the double slash is to put a comment. It's like the hash with R, like this simple hash when you do something like this, right? Okay, so on R this is like the same as doing like a A1 or a double bracket 1 in some context. Okay, now X is going to be B subset to the first element. And now I do return X plus Y. So now I compile again. Okay. So now this works, right? Some int passing two integers, some int passing two numeric or double values also works. But now if I do some integers 1L and 2L, that works. But if I pass numeric values, that doesn't work. Why? Because the integers vector data type is a bit more strict, so the compiler can be permissive and convert a double to an integer in some cases, right? And that works. But when it's a vector of integers, it's more strict and it expects integer values, right? So now we can, for example, include a test for this. Test, and here I will write test some int. Okay, so this is going to modify my description to include a test.package. That's awesome. So here I will edit to test that some int works. So let's test that some int, that summing 1L and 2L is the same as summing 2 as a double value and 1 as a double value. Right, so now I save that, I close the expression, and now I can type test. Okay, so it works, right? So now I will add another test for some integers. Okay, so now I will write that some integers works. So here we should expect that some integers, I will pass a vector here, a vector with 1 and 2, and another vector with 2 and 3, because it's going to cut the vectors and just keep the first element for the sum, right? And that should be equal to 3 as an integer, right? So now we test again, and here we have a problem, because I pass numeric or double values, right? So now I'm going to copy that for later and paste it and, at a posterior point. So now I specify integers. So now that passes.